Hi Pisces, welcome back to Pisces Cosmic Nudges with me. You see I'm clearing out the energy. Before I got on here to come do this reading for you, I was feeling a little bit anxious, and we just went through the 1111 portal, and I'm wondering, depending on where you are in your life, you can be affected differently. It's officially fall for us, and we have less sunlight during the day, and so with that hour that we lost during the day, it's as it gets later in the evening, you kind of start almost like sometimes I think it feels almost like, I don't know what it's like to have Alzheimer's, but it's almost like sundowners. As the day starts to wind down, so does your energy. Like you just feel like your energy is being sucked out of you, and it's time to go to bed. And it's so really weird because it really, my energy really did a flip after that 1111 portal. And drop me a comment down below. Let me know how that's going for you. And I think I just wanted to come see how my Pisces are doing. How are you doing? What do you need to know? How's, what's affecting you? I just had a lot of good things happen in my life, and sometimes when we have good things going on in our life, it can bring on, the change itself can bring on a lot of anxiety. To the bottom of the deck. Five of Swords is, this is how I'm feeling, but it's really strange, this came out because this was the energy that I'm feeling. And I think what it is that a lot of you out there, a lot of you Pisces out there, are getting over this. You're coming out of this, and some things are getting ready. Things are getting ready to change for you, or things are changing for you. And it could be that you are there might be some fear of going back to this energy, to this exhaustion, burnout. And even when you're doing good things, you can get to this point if you're not taking care of yourself, right? You can get restless, burn out, exhausted because you're just doing too much. So maybe it's time, to remember to take a break, because we know that we have to do some things when we're manifesting. But sometimes maybe it's just time to take a break and rest. Did I say Five of Swords? I meant Four of Swords. It's just, maybe it's time to take a break and get some rest. Take some rest if you need it. Balance. Lay the swords down. Well, let's see. As you're doing, if your life is not balanced, you will feel exhausted. See? The Six of Swords. And that can be the Six of Swords, the leaving things behind. You see him rowing away? As he's transitioning, moving on. But see, he has to row. See him rowing? See him rowing the boat away? And while he's rowing away, he has to find balance to keep the boat stable while he's going away, or else, he's going to be exhausted if he doesn't balance between rowing and resting. He's transitioning. He has people that he's taking with him, but there's also things that he's leaving behind. You can't even see what's behind him. And just all that energy of transitioning can leave you exhausted. So take some rest. Definitely get some rest if you need it. If you feel that you need it. I feel like some of you do. What else do we have here for Pisces? That energy was so, I was feeling it, but I feel like you're clearing some of that energy out. Like it's not going to stay with you, but we just need to stay balanced. Lots of sword energy. What's going on, Pisces? Three of Swords, the Emperor in reverse. Negative self-talk. Watch the negative self-talk, Pisces. As you're going through, as you're leaving, and you're remembering what you're leaving behind, if you don't take time to rest, a lot of you're releasing a lot as you're moving forward. You see him, he's in the water. He's not on land. He's in the water. So there's a lot of emotion being released during this time, right? And so I don't feel like there's negative self-talk, but with this transition and with the Four of Swords that I saw, you're getting a little weary of the transition. And the transition is good because you're releasing a lot. You're letting it go. You're forgiving. You're getting back to being optimistic. You are getting back to being you're moving on with your life, right? But if you don't get rest, you'll find yourself in the Emperor in reverse. But let's see, or maybe there's someone that's not you. Maybe that's someone. Maybe you're thinking about. Maybe there was an Emperor in reverse in your life that you're leaving behind. That left you exhausted, right? And now you got to leave it behind. You have to release it. You're releasing all the pain, the negative self-talk, you're forgiving so that you can move on, finding optimism, recovering. It's just time. It's time. It's that time. I think this portal has brought up a lot of energies. Maybe brought back people as you were crossing into the portal, or maybe they're still coming in. Whew, I felt like my throat was closing off there. A lot of air here, and yeah, angels, ancestors, higher beings. What else do we have here? Pisces, what is going on with their energy? You might even find yourself right now being kind of short with people. Be careful. Get some rest. Although you might be leaving things that behind that were not serving you, you have things now that are serving you. So you don't want to be throwing that, you want to be ready, but you want to be ready to use your sword energy when it's needed. But if you're exhausted, you might find you find that you're using that sword energy when it's not needed, and so just be careful with that. Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, and as you're going through, it seems like you're scared of this change that you're going to be making. But here you are, you're dropping all of this, and now you're trying to figure out how you're going to give it another go, right? Because this was with this new portal that came in on 11/11, it was go time again, and here you go. And that fear of change, fear of loss, I see it following you. See it following you here? Because you've been on your rowboat rowing away. Row your boat. Why am I hearing that? Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Yeah. You're ready to try one more. You're ready to go at it one more time, but you've had to leave a lot of things behind. Pain, forgiveness, and you've gained optimism and recovery so that you can go ahead and try one more time. But I still feel there's some fear of what's to come, because we don't know everything that's coming, right? We know what we want, but we don't know how we're going to get it. And when I say we don't know how we're going to get it, we don't know how the divine is going to manifest those things into our lives. What it might look like. We know what we want it to look like, right? But I just had someone who said they couldn't stand their job. They didn't want to go to work, and then they got let go. They didn't think that. They thought maybe they might have more of a say so about how it happened, but they asked for it, they got it, and now there you go. You got what you wanted, but that's not how it looked originally, right? It looked like, I might take my time, I will do it in my own time, but divine timing, when you ask for something, you get it, and when it's go time, you gotta go, and you gotta drop the fear, you gotta drop the negative self-talk, you have to drop all of it, you have to drop the burdens, the heartbreak, the heartbreaks, the depression. It's time to drop it all. Why are all these cards in reverse? My goodness. Five of Cups. Well, yeah, see? You gotta accept it. It's time to move on. Five of Cups in reverse. Finding peace. And I think that's what's coming up for you, Pisces, is that you're going to find peace. You just gotta forgive yourself for whatever it is that you couldn't fix. We don't have control over everything. We don't have control over everybody. We don't have, when you release control. But I can feel your solitude. You can see like he's there, but the people in the boat, whether it's his wife and his kid, like they're just like they're in the boat, they're crouched over, and he's doing all the work. Like he's working and he's getting them out of whatever it is that they were in. But it's a lonely journey. You don't see any other boats on the water. It's just him and his swords. And he's taking the swords with him because he may have to use it He may have to use them, but at the same time, he needs to put them down, right? Like here it is. Your Three of Swords is in reverse. He needs to put them down. Some of the swords that he's been using against himself, they have to go. The negative self-talk, the fear, the disillusionment, the whatever has made him upset, the people, the things that are not working out, he's got to let it go, because here's what he's got coming. Acceptance. Moving on. Moving on. Away from all the drama that he's leaving behind. Why the Four of Swords? Why the Six of Swords? Spirit, why the Six of Swords? Spirit, why the Six of Swords? Why the Six of Swords? The Star. And it kind of fell out sideways, but I'm going to put it up right, because the Six of Swords is the Star. You're the Star. Like, it's the brightest card in the deck, right? Like, the Star is the brightest. You are meant for stardom. And what I also see here is that, you don't see any people. You don't see any people. Like, you see some cups here. Like, when the Eight of Cups is in reverse, you're moving on. So, you're that's all the stuff you're leaving behind, because you're the Star. You're about to pick up some real cups. The ones that belong to you. All those bad emotions, you're dropping them. You're dropping those cups with all the bad emotions, all the bad things, the things that left the bad taste in your mouth. They're going. You have to make this transition to get here, to get to the Star. Why the Star? The Tower in reverse. The Star is coming for you, but you are so afraid. But you're transforming, like it's coming. Like, it's not even, with this Star here, like, it's not even optional. And you're doing something to delay yourself. Because you think, you're afraid that when you get to this other side, as I mentioned, I think I said that earlier, that you think that there's something that's going to happen that's going to put you back in the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow. And you don't want to go back there anymore. So you're in between, but I see you accepting and, forgiving and moving on, Pisces. Why the Three of Swords in reverse? Sometimes the Tower is not bad. This change, that's just change that you're having, it's a Tower moment. But it's a good Tower moment. So let it ride. Stop trying to control things. Why the Three of Swords in reverse? think I already know why. Spirit, why? Why the Three of Swords in reverse for Pisces? Why the Three of Swords? Oh my goodness. The Hangman in reverse. Is my deck upside down? What is going on? Am I shuffling? Ah, that's why. People. I turned the deck upside down. It's not in reverse. My goodness. Okay, so the Hangman. So you are... Because I don't feel it in reverse anyway. I feel that you are you're moving, but here this is you reflecting, right? So in your mind, like you're in your mind, you're reflecting, you're trying to find a new perspective to get you to the star, to get you past all of this, to get you to the other side. And you just need to surrender. That's why the Three of Swords is in reverse. You just need, Pisces, you just need to surrender. Why the Hangman? Why the Hangman for Pisces? You need to change your perspective and see the tower. See this coming tower? Like, you've got this, because you are the star. You've got this. Laying down, you're laying down the wands. That's what I said. You gotta let it all go. Lay down the wands. It's time to lay down. That's why the Hangman, because you need to reflect so you can lay down the wands, lay down the burdens, lay down whatever has happened and move forward. Move forward. Why the Seven of Cups for Pisces? Why the Eight of Cups in reverse for Pisces? Because you know you have to try one more time, right? Like you have to try. What is this? Because the Six of Wands. You have victory, progress, you have all this coming to you. So you have to try one more time. But before you can try, you know, and maybe some of you have done this already, because I see this like in the past, and maybe this is the progression forward, you know, and I see the star back here. So it's almost like you're the star and you don't know it. You don't know it. Like, you're afraid, or maybe you're the star and you're afraid that when you become the star, Pisces, when you have all that success, because it's coming. Here you are, you're the star, and here's your success, recognition. You're gonna be on your high horse like you've never been before. But you got to lay down the wands. And I feel like maybe you're already starting to lay them down, but it's just really hard, because You have to get to the place where you just find peace with whatever has happened. God grant me the serenity to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, I think is the saying. Maybe you should write that down. Maybe you should, because we don't have control over what other people do. If we've made mistakes, we don't have control. We can't go back and change it. We can make amends, but we don't have the, you can't change it, right? You reap your karma and you keep it moving. And all of us have been in our shadow at some point. And I'm sure we've paid the dues, but most of us, a lot of Pisces, a lot of you here anyway, have been enduring the shadows of others. You've been in other people's shadows, right? Like reaping their drama, their bull, and their whatever, the burdens that they've been laying on you, things that don't even belong to you. And it's just time, and you're putting your own tower, you're the star putting your own tower in reverse, because you're putting a halt on it because you're scared. You're scared of this, but it's time to lay down the burdens if you haven't already. And I see that some of you have, actually, because your Three of Cups is in reverse. You've done the contemplation. Spirit just said something to me. The Hangman in the reverse, can talk about standstills, resistance, stalling, lack of control. But I think this could be you looking at yourself, right? And saying, did I get even? Because the Hangman can cause standstill. And when you put yourself in Hangman position, you can cause standstills for those around you also. And Pisces, we can do this subconsciously, right? And that's okay, but sometimes when you do that, you're putting yourself there. Let the divine God, your spirit guides, your ancestors, let them deal with whatever has happened in the past. You don't need an apology. You don't need, it would be nice to have one, right? You don't need an apology. You don't need things to change. You don't need anyone from the past to do anything. You don't need anyone from your past to do anything for you to move on, because you're the star. Like, you can do this on your own. Only you can hold yourself back. Only you can turn this tower that you have coming, this good tower that you have coming, only you can put it in reverse and put a stall on it by hanging on to those wands. But I see you dropping them. And I see victory. I see big victory. And you know why you're getting this victory? Because you did the right thing. And all these cups that you left behind, Pisces, that you're sweating right now, and you're fearing, like, oh, I'm leaving these cups, but I'm leaving these things, these people, these places behind, and what's gonna happen? Am I gonna get them back? You might see it as a setback that you're moving forward, but it's not a setback. It's a set up for you to be victorious. And what I see is that you will have more than these cups that you left behind. And I mean, you're not trying to take these swords that people put in your back with you, right? Like, you can't take those swords with you. You don't want to. If you keep taking those swords with you, you're gonna keep repeating the cycle, and you'll stay in this hangman position. And because you're not letting go of the wands, you're not letting go of the burdens. So when you let go, right? You let go. And you're like, okay, I'm going to try one more time. But trying one more time means that all these cups that you had that weren't working, they got to go. You got to drop them. And, you know, about the 11:11 portal, that it's time to let go. Like, those things, if you don't let go of them yourself and they're not meant for you, this tower that you're trying to hold back, it's going to happen anyway. The divine will make it happen. And so it's your choice. You can stay here, right? But at some point, one way or another, they will be released because you're the star. So you're going to be victorious. So there's no need to stay in fear. Fear or trust. Is the same as lack or abundance. Trust in the divine. Trust in your spirit guides. Trust in what you have coming for you, because whatever you have coming for you now, the burdens, the swords, that time is over. You have victory coming. Why the Six of Wands? Spirit, why the Six of Wands for Pisces? We're 37 minutes in. Let's see if we can wrap this up. Because you have more cups coming for you. You have someone bringing you cups, and I think you have more than just someone. Why the Knight of Cups? I'm gonna ask one more time, why the Knight of Cups? Because I see the Knight of Cups as young, you know, and but he's coming in earnest for you. You have a proposal coming. I don't know if it's a job proposal. You have a proposal coming with this victory. There's something that you asked for. I think that's what this Knight of Cups says. Something that you asked for. The Sun. And you know, along with the Sun came out the anxiety card again. And I think the Ten of Swords. And when I say the anxiety, well, it's the Ten of Swords, you know, like, but what it is that you have so much success coming for you, and the night you're getting this new beginning, right? This new offer, because it's all over. Whatever was happening is over. 10 is completion of a cycle. You have completed the cycle, and now you're victorious. Like, you have the Sun. Now, I don't know, the star, the Sun, you have the star. You have the star, you have the Sun. The Six of Wands. Yeah, Pisces. This is you. There's so much coming for you, because look at this. Look at this card. Can you see this? you have the sun, right?